In this video, I'll be sharing 4 extremely helpful but hidden Adobe Premiere Pro features you never even knew existed. Stay with me. Adobe Premiere Pro is a professional video editing software used by professionals in the film and video industry. It is an intuitive application that packs a ton of features and still has many more coming up. As someone starting out in Adobe Premiere Pro, it can be very overwhelming to look at the many buttons on the screen the moment you open up the software. Even after using the software for over 6 years, there are still a number of features I did not even know existed, mainly because I didn't have any use for them. Anyways, I'll be sharing 4 very useful Premiere Pro features that you did not even know existed. The first one is the video loop feature. If you are into short form content, there has been a new trick flying around for some time now on how to get your viewers to watch your shorts or reels over and over again without even knowing.
One cool thing I like to do in my videos is something called a loop. A loop is achieved when the end of a video seamlessly connects to the beginning of the video. And if done right, you can have people watching your videos multiple times because they just don't realize it has ended. It would make a lot of sense for me to loop this video as well. So I'm just going to say what I said in the beginning. Ready? Kidding. Okay, for real. One cool thing I like to do in my videos is something called a loop.
If you're aware of the trick, then you find this feature very helpful as it makes it easier to listen to the sound and adequately get the loop transition professionally. Personally for me, I discovered this while trying to loop background for an LED screen project. So, how do you loop your video and get it playing again and again without manually dragging your ruler head to the beginning of the timeline every single time? Well, the first thing you need to do is to open up Premiere Pro. Go to your preview monitor and click on this plus icon. Now a bunch of tools will appear on your screen. I'm sure a good number of you have never even noticed these buttons before. Scroll around the various buttons there and find the loop playback option. Now hold and drag it down to the rest of the buttons below to dock it in there. Now you can hit OK. Now this step is important as well because you need to set an in and out point to tell the video where to begin the loop and where to end it. So go to the beginning of the video or whatever part you want to be looped and press the I button on your keyboard. Then go to the end of the video or the end of the loop and press the O button. What you have just done is set an in and out point. Now anytime you want to loop a video, all you need to do is to toggle the loop playback option and then click play. Now your video will loop endlessly and you can then go ahead to cut and align it as you please. The second one is the batch closing gaps on the timeline. There are times when you have several clips on your timeline with a lot of gaps, which can cause some sort of blinking effect or black screen. A good way to close the gaps is to just delete the gaps in between clips. But what if you have hundreds of clips on the timeline with gaps? Going through every one of them and clicking the delete button will be a real pain. But thankfully, there's a quick and easy way to solve this, and I'll show you how. All you need to do to close all the gaps on your timeline is to select all the clips on your timeline by using the Ctrl A button. Then scroll to the sequence options above and find and select the close gap option. And like magic, all the gaps on your clips are gone, totally closed and disappeared. The next one is taking screenshots on Adobe Premiere Pro. If you are into YouTube videos or thumbnails, the ability to take screenshots from your video is extremely crucial, as there are times when you need a frame from your video to use on either your thumbnail or to do anything entirely. Thankfully, Adobe has an option to take a screenshot of any frame on your timeline and export it as either a BMP, DPX, GIF, JPEG, PNG, Tagger, or even a TIFF, whatever these extensions are. Well, we'll be focusing on the most important one for this video today, which is JPEG and PNG. These are the most popular image formats. Now to take a screenshot, go to your timeline and get the perfect frame or the frame you want to screenshot and then pause the video there. Remember that little plus icon? Well, we'll be going back there because that is where the magic happens. Now scroll to the options, you'll find the export frame option. You can drag and drop it below, just as you did for the loop video feature. I have mine down here already, so all I have to do is to click on it. After clicking on it, you'll be greeted with an option to input the name of the image, and below it are various other options. Select the one you want and browse to where you want the image or the picture to be saved on your PC. If you want to use the frame inside the current Adobe Premiere Pro project you are working on, you can check on the Import into Project box. If you do so, the image will be imported into your project and you can find it inside your project files. But if you do not want to, then click on OK. Now navigate to the folder you saved it on, and there you find your image sitting pretty and ready for use. Now the last but not the least is increasing the volume of clips. Sometimes you may have a number of videos on your timeline with low audio and you may want to increase the sound. Now, many editors normally go to the clip, right-click on it and go to the audio gain option, or they just hit the letter G on their keyboard. Then they go to the adjust gain by and input a number of decibels to boost the audio. This is a huge error and should never be made by professional video editors, because what you are doing is increasing the entire audio, not minding the lows and the highs. What this basically means is that the audio will not be level. The louder parts will continue to be louder than the lower parts. And these louder parts will not just be louder, but they will go even higher and higher, which can cause what we call audio clipping. Now, audio clipping just does not speak well of you as a video editor. So how do you solve this issue? To make all the audio equal to the loudest part, what you should do instead is to go to the clip, right-click on it, and instead of selecting the adjust gain, select the normalize max peaks to or normalize all peaks to and enter a number of decibels. Then click on OK. Now this will make sure the loudest part and the silent part of your videos are normalized and sounds more equal. Make sure to take note of your audio bar at the far right. Trust me, you don't want the loudest part of your audio to go higher than -6 decibels. Now that's it for today's video. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button, then make sure to smash that subscribe button and leave a comment below if you have any questions. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next one.